What if I told you that it was possible to get a personal loan today, ranging from $5,000 up to $100,000 with a soft pull and possibly without any documentation? It happened to me and it could happen to you. We're going to talk about it today in this video. Welcome to the Starr Personal Finance channel. On this channel, I talk everything personal finance. So if this is your first time joining me, please consider being a subscriber. Make sure you guys are liking this video. That way it gets pushed out to more viewers that might want to see this content. And also make sure that you cut on your notification. That way you never miss out on new content. I thank you so much for helping me grow this channel. So let's go ahead and let's get into today's content. So as I was saying in the intro, I was able to get a personal loan for $40,000 without any documentation, without a hard pull to my credit, and I was able to get the funding the very next day. And who was I able to get this funding through? SoFi Bank. I was able to get a personal loan through SoFi Bank. SoFi is an American personal finance company and also an online bank. It is based in San Francisco and it provides financial products such as personal loans, student loans, mortgages, refinancing, and all types of other banking things that you need, especially depositing accounts like checking and savings and also investments. And you do all your banking through the mobile app or also on the desktop version. You go on the SoFi website, you will see exactly everything that I'm just telling you from all their offerings, from personal loans, banking, credit score insights, private student loan refinancing, investments, mortgage loans, credit cards, insurance, and also travel. They are like a one-stop shop for all your finance. Plan on covering some more of their products, but today we're going to talk about the personal loans. So their personal loans advertise low rates, no fees required. Personal loans made easy online. Get funds as soon as the same day you sign with our quick and easy application process. Low monthly payments. Get $5,000 up to $100,000. Direct pay and see your rates in 60 seconds. So why would a personal loan be a good fit for you? Well, maybe you have some credit card debt or some other debt that you might need to consolidate. You also might have some home improvements, some family planning and traveling. You also may have a wedding that might be coming up that you might want to finance. There's so many different reasons why people get personal loans. But I like this loan right here by SoFi because they made the process very simple. You can check your rate without a hard pull. Now, as I said in my previous video about American Express personal loans, I did actually get an email asking me to apply, saying that I had a possible pre-approval. Now, I don't know how they could say that because I don't have any other dealings with them. I don't have a checking or a savings account with them. It's a possibility that they might have did a soft pull on my credit report to see where I was with my Experian, because that's who they pulled, was Experian. So they might have did some type of shopping behind the scenes. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I had opted out of that, but you know, it may have been possible, but I did get an email about doing this personal loan. So the process that I went through was I clicked on the link that said view your rate. And from there, I was taken to a page where I put in my basic information, my name, my social security number, my date of birth, and that type of thing. And for them to be able to give me a pre-approval. And from there, I was pre-approved from $60K. Then once I said that I want to go along with the full application, of course I had to put in all my information that you would on any type of, financing type of loan application, asking about your rent, your full income, and all that kind of jazz. So just your normal stuff is what I put in. After that, they came back and I was still approved for the $60K, but I only wanted to do $40K. So once I put in that amount, they gave me a list of how much it would cost me to do it for 2 years, 2-year term, all the way up to 7 years. And all of them was 13.9, I think, percent. Now their loans start at 8.99 and go all the way up to 29.49. So I'm right at 13.97, and that's with a 787 Experian FICO score. Now, depending on how long you want the term to go out, you can make your payment amount that you will pay every month lower by longer the term is. So if you go all the way up to 7 years, it's going to make your term a lot longer, but it will make your payment cheaper if you want to pay a cheaper payment. Now, mind you, the longer you're paying, the more interest you're going to pay in, because that's how long the loan is going to be continuing to, accumulate interest. But one thing I like about SoFi, that you can pay your loan off early, even if you finance it for a longer period of time to have a lower payment. You can pay your loan off early without a penalty. And I did read that in my terms and conditions. And also, depending on what term you get, they do have an option for you to take out origination fee, which also can lower your interest rate. Now, I didn't do the origination fee route because it didn't really matter to me on the rate, because I'm going to pay this loan off as quickly as I can. But that is an option to take out the origination fee to make your interest rate lower. I will talk about some other ways that you can lower your interest rate in just a second. So once I picked my terms and all that jazz, and I got all the way to the end and I submitted my application, I was at the waiting game. I got an email letting me know that they were processing my application, and that was kind of it. Then the next thing I know, I got a call from them. SoFi popped up on my actual cell phone. So I answered the call just for them to verify that I am who I say I am in my application. And that's because I have a fraud alert on all 3 of my credit reports. Because if you're not new to my channel, then you would know I almost was a victim of identity theft in 2020. I always keep my credit reports frozen, but they were trying to open up bank accounts in my name back in 2020. So ever since then, I've had fraud alerts on my credit report just in case somebody was trying to apply for any credit in my name at any of those financial institutions. Once I got off the phone with her and she verified that I am who I say I was on my application and it wasn't any fraud, she got off the phone with me, and that was the end of it. The next thing I know, I got a approval right then. As soon as we hung up the phone, I got an email saying that I was approved, and that was it. I did not have to provide any documentation or any proof of income for this loan. I'm not saying that this would be something that happened for everybody. I do have a 787 Experian FICO score when I applied, FICO 8 credit score. So I'm not going to say this is going to be everybody's experience, because I have seen that some people said that they did ask them for documentation, but I was not asked. Once I got the approval, all I had to do then was sign my loan agreement and all my disclosures and documentation and send it back to them. And I also provided my account number and my routing number in order for them to put the funds into my checking account. And the funds were sitting in my account the very next day. Now, I was able to lower my interest rate even after signing the terms with doing some extra steps that I'm going to talk about right now. The first extra step that I did was I set this loan up on auto pay. If you set your loan up on auto pay, it will deduct from your rate 0.25% off of that interest rate. Another way that I also was able to reduce my interest rate was through something called direct pay. Now, direct pay is only offered to their new customers, and it says offer good for new personal loan customers with credit cards in their name only and subject to lender approval. To receive the offer, you must 1, register and apply through the landing page, and 2, complete a loan application with SoFi within 90 days of your application submit date. Meet SoFi's underwriting criteria, apply for 50% or more of your loan proceeds directly to your creditors, combined with other rate discounts with the exception of the 0.25% auto pay rate discount. So because I let them put half of that loan amount, which was $20,000, directly to the people that I wanted them to pay, they was able to give me that extra 0.25% off, which totaled me having 0.5% off of that 3.97, bringing it down to 13.47. Could have brought it down even more by another 0.25 if I had signed up to get one of their checking and savings account and setting up direct deposit, but I already got enough bank accounts as it is, so I opted not to do that. Now, on their website, they do not say what specific credit score that they're looking for, but in my opinion, I wouldn't apply for this loan unless your credit score is at least a 670 or above, meaning because you don't want to get a high interest rate if you do have to pay it for a longer set of term, and you don't want to have to pay all that money because your credit score is not where you need it to be in order to get a lower rate. And from what I can tell, with me having a 787, which is not far from being an 800, and I still was at 13, almost 14%, I would think in order to get that 8.99, you would really have to be over 800. If you are thinking about getting this personal loan to consolidate some credit cards, you want to think about the interest rate being cheaper than what your credit card interest rate is, because this loan can go all the way up to 29.49% interest. Now, if you're not paying that much in your credit card, then it would not make sense to move it over to this loan where the interest rate would be higher. So you just want to make sure that you are using some type of personal finance calculator to make sure getting this loan would make sense, especially if you are trying to consolidate some personal debt. This loan was another really easy personal loan that I was able to receive. And if you are interested in getting this loan, I'm going to leave you my referral link down in the description box so that we both can be rewarded if you are approved. This was something else that popped up that I didn't realize that happened. I was telling you that they will do a rate check for you without a hard inquiry, but I also got this loan without a hard inquiry. After I got off the phone with that lady, and as I was telling you guys that I got my approval right after I got off the phone with her, I did not get a hard pull, and I don't know why, because I did unfreeze my credit. But I never got a hard pull from SoFi, and it's been a whole month since I applied for that loan, because I applied for that loan on June the 25th, and it is now July the 30th, and I have not received anything on my credit report as a hard inquiry from SoFi Bank. Not saying again that this is going to happen to everybody. It happened to me that I didn't get a hard inquiry and I did not have to provide proof of income. So again, if you're interested, just click the link down in the description to use my referral. And if you have any questions or concerns, please leave me a comment and I'll try to answer each and every one of them. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to the channel. I love you so much. Thank y'all so much for all your love, helping me push these videos out. And if you want to see some more content like this, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and you got those notifications on. Like, comment, share, do all those good things that help me push out this channel. I really do appreciate it. And if you need any personal one-on-one help, all that information also be down in the description. Make sure you check out this playlist next.